This is Leadership TV News. I am Nefisat Abdurrahman. The federal government has announced a nationwide ban on the exportation of wood and allied products as part of a major policy move to curb illegal logging, halt deforestation, and strengthen Nigerians' response to climate change. The directive is contained in a presidential executive order signed by President Bola Tinubu and published in the Extraordinary Federal Republic of Nigeria Official Gazette, dated October 16, 2025. The executive order, titled Presidential Executive Order on the Prohibition of Exportation of Wood and Allied Products 2025, was formally unveiled by the Minister of Environment, Balarabe Abbas Lawal, during the 18th meeting of the National Council on Environment held in Katsina State. Speaking at the event, Lawal said Nigeria's forests play a critical role in environmental sustainability, providing clean air and water, supporting livelihoods, conserving biodiversity, and helping to mitigate the effects of climate change. He warned that continued logging and export of wood products pose a serious threat to the country's environmental health and undermine long-term sustainability efforts. According to the federal government, the ban is anchored on Section 17, subsection 2 and 20 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, which mandates the protection of natural resources and require the states to safeguard land, forest, and wildlife for the benefit of the community. The executive order notes that unchecked logging and the exportation of wood products are inconsistent with these constitutional responsibilities. Under the new policy, illegal logging and wanton deforestation are prohibited nationwide, while all licenses and permits previously issued by any ministry, department, or agency for the extraction and export of wood and allied products have been suspended and declared invalid. The government said enforcement mechanisms will be strengthened to ensure full compliance with the order across the country. South African authorities have arrested and are set to deport 7 Kenyan nationals accused of working illegally on a United States-backed program processing white Afrikaners for refugee resettlement. The South African Department of Home Affairs disclosed that the arrest followed a raid on a processing center in Johannesburg, where the individuals were found engaging in work without valid permits. According to the department, the Kenyans entered South Africa on tourist visas but were involved in employment linked to the processing of applicants for resettlement to the United States, in violation of their visa conditions. They were arrested and issued with deportation orders and will be prohibited from entering South Africa again for a period of 5 years, the department said. Authorities said the raid followed intelligence reports indicating that several Kenyan nationals had recently entered the country and taken up illegal employment at a center handling applications for what the government described as so-called refugees. The development comes amid controversy surrounding the decision by the administration of the United States President Donald Trump, which in May offered refugee status to white Afrikaners, citing alleged discrimination and claims of genocide. Allegations the South African government strongly denies. Under the program, the United States reportedly engaged Kenyans affiliated with a Kenyan-based Christian non-governmental organization to help fast-track resettlement applications. Following the policy announcement, about 50 Afrikaners were flown to the United States on a chartered flight in May, with others reportedly traveling later on commercial flights. South Africa's Home Affairs Department said no U.S. officials were arrested during the raid and stressed that it was not conducted at a diplomatic site. It also said no prospective refugees were harassed. However, the operation has drawn criticism from Washington, with a U.S. State Department spokesman describing any interference in refugees' operation as unacceptable. Moving back to Nigeria, a controversy has emerged in the House of Representatives over alleged discrepancies between Nigeria's newly passed tax reform laws and the versions published in the official government gazette. The issue was raised during plenary by the lawmaker representing Kebe Tambuwa Federal Constituency of Sokoto State, Abdulsamad Dasuki, who cited a breach of legislative privilege. Dasuki told the House that after personally reviewing the gazetted versions of the tax laws, alongside the official votes and proceedings of both chambers and the harmonized version passed by the National Assembly, he discovered significant differences. He said the laws presented to the public did not reflect what lawmakers debated and approved on the floor. According to him, he went as far as purchasing the official gazette from the Ministry of Information to verify its content, only to find what he described as troubling inconsistencies. During describing the situation as a breach of the Constitution and legislative process, Dasuki called on the Speaker to order an immediate review of the documents by the House Committee of the Whole. He ordered lawmakers be given the opportunity to scrutinize the harmonized bills, the gazetted copies, and the versions passed by both chambers to ensure transparency and accountability. Responding briefly, the Speaker assured the House that the matter would be addressed in line with established legislative procedures. The tax reform laws, a key part of the federal government's fiscal adjustment agenda, were passed by the House of Representatives in March, approved by the Senate in May, and signed by President Bola Tinubu in June. The bills initially faced strong opposition from several northern governors who warned of potential economic disadvantages before being endorsed by the Nigerian Governors Forum following consultations and agreements on an equitable VAT sharing formula. Moving down to sports, Nigeria's most capped footballer, Ahmed Musa, has announced his retirement from international football, bringing an end to a 15-year career with the Super Eagles. The 33-year-old made the announcement in a statement shared on social media, where he reflected on his journey and the honor of representing Nigeria. Musa said wearing the green and white jersey was a lifelong dream and a responsibility he never took lightly, noting that he answered every national call-up with pride. He recalled being invited simultaneously to the under-20, under-23 and senior national teams early in his career, describing the period as demanding but deeply fulfilling. Musa retires as Nigeria's most capped international player with 111 appearances for the Super Eagles, a milestone he described as a great honor. Among his career highlights is winning the 2013 Africa Cup of Nations, a tournament he said symbolized unity and national pride. He also made history at the FIFA World Cup, becoming the first Nigerian to score twice in a single match against Argentina in 2014 and later the first Nigerian to score in 2 World Cups after meeting twice against Iceland in 2018. With 4 World Cup goals, Musa remains Nigeria's highest goal scorer at the tournament. He expressed gratitude to teammates, coaches, administrators, and Nigerian fans home and abroad for their unwavering support throughout his career. Musa said he lives international football with peace and gratitude, confident he gave his best and hopeful for the future of the Super Eagles. At club level, he returned to Kano Pillars in October 2024 for a third stint and now serves as the club general manager ahead of the 2025-2026 season. And that's it on Leadership TV News. For more of our news stories, you can log on to our website on www.leadership.ng. I am Nefisat Abdurrahman. Many thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.